Did you know that based on the latest Gallup research, 2/3 of your team are likely to be disengaged? It gets worse. According to the Harvard Business Review study of global boards, it turns out that when it comes to talent, global executives are getting a big fat F. Now, culture isn't just having a hammock in the break room or offering casual Fridays. It's something that can make or break your company. Organizations that have a toxic culture, they don't survive. They end up making unnecessary mistakes, they lose their best people, and they end up just imploding in on themselves. Having a set of shared values combined with an aligned vision is a critical factor in success. And today's leaders are being challenged to tackle this cultural issue head on. But luckily, we've got a solution. Engineered ecosystems takes the guesswork out of building culture. Instead, it relies on quantitative feedback in order to measure things like the behaviors, values, attitudes, and beliefs that exist inside of your organization. That way, you can choose the things that you want to keep and the things that you want to get rid of. Now, what I personally love about this principle is the fact that there is an intent behind it. You are engineering behavior. You're not just blindly throwing things against a wall hoping that something is going to stick. If you want a really great example of a company that has engineered their own ecosystems, let's take a look at Google. Now, Google recently introduced an initiative called Project Oxygen, where they wanted to see if they could use analytics in order to build a better manager. They spent months pouring over 10,000 data points to try to identify if their best managers shared any common characteristics. They ended up with a list of 8 traits. And at first glance, this list wasn't that impressive or groundbreaking. But something very interesting happened when they reprioritized that list based on order of importance. It turns out that technical skill set, which traditionally had been a key recruiting priority at Google, was the least important factor in making productive and happy teams. Now, armed with this information, Google ended up readjusting some of their recruiting policies, as well as introducing an internal training initiative to help employees develop and strengthen these core capabilities. They saw some amazing results, with some managers reporting an improvement of over 75% in performance metrics just in the first year that the program was implemented. Engineered ecosystems shows you how you can use data to shape the behaviors that are the building blocks of good culture. Culture has now become a key competitive advantage. So if you want to find and keep the very best people, you need to create a talent-centric ecosystem that helps them and you succeed.